Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are enjoying the eclipse season. We just had the first eclipse of the month in Libra, and we have another one in Taurus at the end of the month. I don't know for you, but for me, it's in my fourth house, family house, for my daughter too. I'm Taurus, she's Libra. It has been intense. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are changing for good. But yeah, it's intense. So, how is it going on your side? I will tell you more soon. Uh, but today, I wanted to show you how human design can transform your life and how you can really discover your true nature and then create the life that you always have dreamed of. And actually, I was not planning to do a podcast or an episode at all on this. I just wanted to write a post for telling you how human design can help you to discover your true nature. But I thought that it will be probably more have more impact if I was sharing with you how it changed mine, and then you could see how it could change yours. So yeah, human design really changed my life, and it actually continue every single day because it's an ongoing process. And when I discovered human design 3 years ago, everything suddenly make all sense, and I know that it was it. And the last episode I share with you the transformational insight human design gave me after 2 years of parenting our daughter with human design. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you the transformational insight, but for myself, and how human design has helped me to become the true nature of myself. So knowing and understanding, experimenting, it's all about experimentation, of course, and even more integrating with the time my design has a huge impact on my daily life. um, I am creating my dream life with my partner and our daughter, my family, with my friends. So bye bye the toxic relationship, and staying near people for the not good reason. I do what I love as a living. I work when I want, where I want also, and I really find the balance that suits me and that I want right now. And it's a evolving process, of course. So I say goodbye to this exhausting 70 hours job. Not saying it's for everyone, but you see what suits you. And of course, there is challenges and resistance a lot. As I say, I'm a Taurus, and I'm a 5-1 line profile. So I change are not the thing who are easier for me. It doesn't mean I don't do it. Oh yeah, I always say that where there is fear, it's where you have to go. But I know how to recognize those challenges now, and where there is like resistance. I know how to deal with it because I know my design. I know it very well. And then I can recognize which pattern belong to me or not, and then be free. This is a real freedom. So bye bye the conditioning, what the society expect from me, and playing by other playbook, basically. So to start with, as you know, if you have listened to the previous podcast, or if you follow me for a wee while, I'm a manifestor generator type. So I have this life force energy, the work and sexual force energy. And I'm here to master my art and to really enjoy what I'm doing. You know, my sacral center in my chart is defined, colored in my chart. So the sacral center, if you don't know, is the square at the bottom of the chart, not the bottom one, which is the root, but just above the root. By the way, if you don't have your chart, feel free to go in the show notes of this episode, and you can have it for free. And I send it to you with all the variables with a bit more of details. That's what you can find for free online, because I have a paid software. Saying that, yeah, as a manifestor generator, my signature in life is having satisfaction. So really doing what passionate me. For me, it's really important to do things that really light me up and really excite me. So when I was in my previous job, which I enter into it with great passion. I had the gate 55, so you know it's all about passion and mood. But yeah, I remember one day my partner told me, "Oh, you know what? Like, since a wee while, you come back from work and you are really frustrated, and but what you do when you share human design with me, because I have been passionate about it for years with astrology, and I was doing all my research and studying a lot on the side." And he said, "But when you share human design with me, it's like you light up, you know, like you are so happy and excited." And suddenly it all makes sense because I know my design. So I was like, "Oh, but of course, like it's my previous job was not aligned anymore, not in the way I was doing it and where my life was at the time." So, you know, like satisfaction is how I should feel, and frustration is the non-self team. So when I'm in the frustration, I know that something is not aligned with my design. And I was coming back from work very frustrated, and things were not aligned, and I was having a lot of resistance. So I knew that it was not right. Uh, and then it's how I decided to stop my previous job. And in the same week, I got maybe, I don't remember, like 5 booking. And I was even not publishing about my booking anything. I was just sharing with people about human design, and was just sharing it with friends and family. And I was just sharing what I am passionate about. So it's how I know that I needed to move forward and do human design reading. And so human design really helped me to accept to do this change, because also, you know, as a manifestor generator, we are here to be multitask. So we are quitter. When things are not exciting anymore, or it doesn't resonate, we quit, and it's healthy for us. But we know we live in a world where you start something and you have to finish it. And so yeah, it was not really it's not really well seen to quit job just like that without having another one, especially. You know, it can freak out people around you. um so yeah, I was a lawyer a long time ago, for 10 years in Paris, and not that long ago actually, but and when I quit, people were like, "What? Like, are you crazy? Did you lost your mind?" And yeah, of course it was scary, but it was not exciting anymore. It was not aligned with my value anymore. so much more. I could do just an episode about that, but um, I knew that it was the right thing. And you know what? It led me exactly where I am today. I leave everything in France. I came to New Zealand and I find my partner. I met him the first day I arrived. So it was so meant to be. And we created our family and exactly what I needed and wanted in my life. So yeah, quitting was a very good thing for me. And knowing my design, accepting that, it's been a big part of it, accepting that, yeah, it's okay to quit when it's not okay for me anymore, without really, care about what others say and what the society expects you from you. What, you were a lawyer for 10 years, you studied for 5 years at uni and everything. Yeah, but if I'm not happy, it doesn't work. um so yeah, I said bye to this really exhausting job who were not fitting with the life I wanted to create, and with those jobs, like, it's so intense and I loved it till I don't I didn't. It's You work like a lot, like really the 70 hours a week, even more, less, whatever. But it's, you know, even if I'm a sacral being, you can do burnout because when it's too much, there is no space for thinking about anything else. And then everything start to be a struggle. Everything is made with a lot of resistance. When now I have the space, I create the balance that I want. I have time for my daughter, I have time for myself, I make time for my partner, sometimes not in the right order, but and sometimes it's less balance in one side than the other one, but I make it balance in the overall way. And if I don't have this balance, it's not working for me. And that human design show me that with a one line profile, and even with a 5 profile, I'm very independent. It's not like I didn't know that I was independent before, but it's allowed me to accept to have time alone. And I'm also a passive environment. My daughter and partner are active environment. I don't need the same movement around me. So then we just make it work. But I respect my needs and I respect theirs. And that's really because I understand, accept, and respect all of our design. So that was a big part of what human design told me and allowed me to create in my life. The relaxing, balance, and really happy life with my partner and what I love, and our daughter, of course. Something else that I wanted to share, it's more from childhood trauma, because I was saying I'm a 5/1 profile, and the profile is your role, your public role, and like the superhero cape you put on to fulfill your mission, your life purpose, basically. And I'm the person who bring practical solution to other and help them to heal their wound, and bring knowledge, share my knowledge, universalize my knowledge, and yeah. So I'm not meant for small communities. I'm not meant for the little group of friends, like a 4 line would be. So it doesn't mean I don't have friends. Of course, I have amazing friends all around the world, mostly in one-on-one relationship. That goes also with other things in my design. But when I was a kid, I felt extremely rejected, and not belonging to a group was extremely difficult for me. Um, I think it was one of the biggest trauma in my childhood, that you perpetrate when you are a young adult. And I moved out in the south of France when I was a kid, and then I was far away from my family. I I was in a new school, different environment, big separation things, and I didn't fit, and I was not supposed to anyway, but I really suffer from it. And I repeated this schema with previous partner and friendship, because I wanted to belong to a group. But I'm not meant for small group, and I'm meant for bigger, wilder cycle. And it's stranger who come to me and goes, and I'm sharing the practical solution with them, and we exchange energy at some point, and then they go and they come back like it was nothing happened, and we know from each other since forever. And I have amazing friends all around the world, and maybe we're gonna not talk for a year or two, and then suddenly we have an amazing chat, and it's like we met yesterday. Um, it's how my energy worked best. But till I met the human design, I didn't know that, and it's make all sense because I was not trying anymore to belong to a group. And uh, life was, manifestor generator, all right, open and enveloping and attract exactly what you need in life, and you need to respond and not initiating in life. And the fact that trusting, also my motivation is hope, but think knowing that people come to me when I need it and leave me, or I leave them when I it's not aligned to, exit the toxic relationship. I know that I'm attracting the right person when I need it. A few months ago, I've met an amazing woman in her 70s, and now we have a cafe every week, and we share values, and she gave me so much support in life. And she was a total stranger. It's not like, of course, everyone start to be a stranger, but it's just to say that I give up trying to fit in a group. And because when I was trying to do that, people were not accepting me for who I was and how I was. And yeah, it was not a good thing for me. So I trust, knowing my design, I really give up this need who doesn't belong to me, and feel so good now about it. Yeah, that was a big one. I talk about it in a lot of different podcast episodes, but life is all about emotion. So my solar plexus center, emotional center in the chart is opened, means he's white in my chart, and it means that I'm taking energy from others and amplify it, emotion of others and amplify it. So I'm really learned with human design to not take things personally, and really recognize which emotion belongs to me or others. And when you see what's happening, you can just accept it and let it go, and there is no resistance or struggle or pain or anything. Having an open solar plexus also mean that I have to be aware to not be people pleaser, to avoid, to feel those uncomfortable emotion. And I talk about it a lot, so I don't want to go too much in depth with that, but my partner also has solar plexus open. So when we come to an argue, we both do the same thing. We all like take the emotion of the other one and amplify it and just throw it at our face and just like, no, what's happening? But now we know that. So we are able to stop it straight away, and there is no argue. We can disagree, but we disagree and that's it. And when our daughter has emotional center defined, so when she has a crisis, I need to let her pass the emotional wave and not interact before she knows and find clarity for herself. Yeah. And another one that I wanted to share with you, it's about the decision process. But I don't know for you guys, but taking decision for me always been really difficult. But it's also because I have a few gates of perfectionism in my chart. And also I'm a one-line profile, so I need all the information before moving or acting or doing change to have good foundation, feel secure. But my authority, which is how I make decision best for me, like with the energy that I have and what's the line for me, is sacral. So my sacral center is defined, as I was saying at the beginning, and he works by sound. So it's my body is basically telling me what I have the energy for, like yes, no. If you have a sacral authority, your sound will be different than mine. You can test it. I can show you how to test it too. But basically, I don't make decision with my head anymore. My body knows. I even don't need to do the sound anymore because I can feel the contraction or the openness in my body. And it's so releasing, not using my mind, because I also have an open head center, which means that I'm going to take inspiration from the world and creativity from outside, which is amazing. But the conditioning of that, it could be to want to answer all the question of the world and to have all the answer of the world. And that was a huge one for me. When now I'm like, that's not my question. My body's like, no, you don't want to do that. And I can make the right decision for me. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, but it's just mean my sacral doesn't know yet, or it's not the right time, and it's okay. I just need to trust it. Yeah, we always have the answer later. And the last one I wanted to share, there is like 100 that I could share, of course, but just sharing a few with you today. One is, so you have variables you have 4 transformational arrows in your chart design, and they are the little arrow at the top of your chart around the head. And the one who is on the top right is the mind. And I have a receptive mind, right? My arrow is on the right. And it means that I'm better taking in all the information and not studying, basically, just being present. It's enough for me to take in all the information. So it's not strategic, like if I had this left arrow. So if yeah, no, not if, like the French, the scholar system, the school system, and even more the French system is very strategic, and it was not necessarily meant to. It doesn't mean like I did very well, but because I was super conditioned. And I went to law school, and I studied like a lot, and test was always like panicking for me. And last year, I think it was, yeah, I had to pass an English test for immigration in New Zealand thing. And I got all those fear coming back, and I was like, wait, you have a receptive mind, you know, you can talk in English, you do mistake, but that's fine. But I could feel all the trauma from childhood coming up, and then putting in perspective, like, no, you have a receptive mind, you be present, and you will know what is inside you, and that's okay. It will be more flowing. And then knowing my design helped me to pass the test. And I don't remember how much I got the grade, but it doesn't matter because it was way more than I could expect. I was so happy with it. And, having this receptive mind, it's like, I'm not supposed to be a planner and, just go with the flow of things. My whole life, I've been so trying to organize everything and knowing in advance what I was about to do in the next months, and if there was not something I needed to understand. And also in our family dynamic, no one is in the planification. No families, and no one plan anything. And now we don't actually plan anything, and realizing that, oh, I don't need to do that. It doesn't belong to me. I feel so much relaxed, so much more relaxed. A very good friend of mine, she always asks me, oh, what do you do this weekend? And I'm like, nothing. I don't know. I will do something, but I have no idea right now. And it's always worked like that for us. And it's really enjoying because it's our design, and great thing come to us because we let the openness, and we not try to do what others do because maybe it suits them, but it doesn't suit us. So this is how I became and still become, it's an ongoing process, I was saying, the true version of myself, and how I can be really abundant in any area of my life. And I can be fully and truly me. No social mask or anything, and that feels so good. So if that resonates with you, it's what we explore in a session with me, with practical knowledge, of course. So you may learn a lot of things depending of what your needs are. So who you are born to become, your true nature, how to explore your skills, and how we can uncover all your talent and your strengths who are waiting to be unleashed. So then you can step into your true self and really reach your full potential, because it's all about that. And yeah, we really see how you are attracting abundance in your life with, attracting the right people and the right situation coming to you. And we uncover your limiting belief, the old pattern, create your own playbook to really have your own your inner power, and really navigate successfully in life. I can help you to gain this clarity for your life choice by making decisions. Not everyone has a sacred energy. And we can find your unique environment that really nurture your effectiveness to live out your purpose, and identify the lifestyle who suits you for your health. I didn't talk about the nutrition for me, but I can, as I say, I could talk about it for a long time. And yeah, I'm here to help you to gain back this confidence while recognizing the gifts that define you, and even master an effective communication with others, and develop skill to connect really without any effort with others. So if you are ready to embark in this true journey with me, we can create the life you have always dreamed of. So if you are ready to take the first step, you can book your session in the show note on this episode on my website. And if you like this episode, feel free to share it. It's really helped my work to spread the word, that you can share the podcast or on social media. And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to have a notification of the future video. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy it. I did, like usual. And I will talk to you soon, probably. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye.